Hey babes, welcome back to the channel. So I'm back today with a new video, and in today's video I'm featuring Ywigs. Big thank you to Ywigs for sponsoring today's video. Now let's jump into this look. So today I'm doing a extra full boho bob using their color number 4 deep wave hair. I have 3 bundles and I used all 3. Any and all products used will be down in the description box, so check down below for all the details. So I'm going to jump right into this, and as you can see, I'm starting in the nape area. These braids were on the smaller side, and I started off using some color number 4 synthetic braiding hair in a somewhat knotless braid, and then I start to feed in the human hair pieces. So because this is the nape area, I didn't add in as many pieces as I did as I moved up. So you'll see as I move further up, I'm going to go crazy. I'm talking 6 to 7 pieces of hair per braid. Keep in mind, these braids are short, so 6 to 7 are a lot of pieces, but you see the finished look, you get the look that we're going for. So this hair itself the bundles were very, very full. If you wanted just a regular boho bob, you could go with 1 bundle. But when I tell you, packed all 3 and I love it, the finished look kind of gives a sew-in with braids on the top. So to secure the ends, I did use some nail glue, and I did that because I'll be dipping the ends with some perm rods, so I wanted to make sure they were secure before I put them in the water. So I did take a break while doing this hairstyle. I did it within 2 days because it was just a lot of work. As you can see, I did not pre-part my hair, but I highly suggest to do so if you want to speed up this process. But me, I just parted as I went along, and I did use a braid map, so I will insert that braid map here. I found this on Pinterest, and that's what I use. That's what I use to map out my parts. So as I feed the hair in, I just flip it, and I'm kind of just holding it with the comb, but you can use duck clips and clip them up and keep them out of the way just to make sure you don't braid any of the boho pieces into the braid. Now for this braid, we're closer to the front, so you see me feeding those pieces in very close together, and I just continue to feed them in till I get to the bottom. I want to leave a decent amount of synthetic hair out because, like I said, I will be rodding the ends of the synthetic hair and dipping it in hot water. I'm using a little bit of braid gel on the roots of my hair, and then throughout the rest of the hair I'm using an Aunt Jackie's product just to add some moisture, because I was receiving a lot of breakage with the braids, and I feel like it's because I was braiding dry hair. But like I said, now that I am closer to the front and the top, I'm feeding in as many pieces as possible. I make sure to pull out a decent amount of my edges because I'm not trying to lose any of them in these braids. So you see me pull that out and section it off as I start to braid closer to my temples. As you can see, I'm just feeding that hair in as much as I can. I also put a little bit of the Aunt Jackie's product on the synthetic hair itself because that's really what's going to be braided into my hair. I feel like it's really important to make sure that your hair is moisturized before you do these protective styles. So this is day 2, baby. We're moving along, and I am almost done. The finish line is near. I'm so happy. You see me feeding those pieces in, multiple pieces. Honestly, as I got to the top, I think I even started to do 7 to 8 pieces of hair. My goal was just to fit all 3 bundles into this look, and it was extremely full. What I can say is, even with all 3 bundles of hair, it was still light. It wasn't heavy. The only thing is, when I went to put it up in a bun, the bun was massive. And this is what it's looking like so far. I love it. I love it. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the back. And like I said, I did use a braid map, so I just stuck to that for all my parts. So I will be cutting this style down some when I get to the very end, because I do want it to look like a curly bob more so than a braided bob. So you'll see as I get to the very end. So I'm going to finish up here. I'm going to let you guys watch me finish up, and then I will come back when I start to add in my perm rods. So I'm all done. Look how full that is. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did this. So here are the perm rods. I'm going to take about 3 braids at a time. And I am not pulling the human hair pieces into the rod, just the end where the synthetic hair is. And I'm going to rod that up before I dip them in hot water. I believe I got these rods from like Amazon, but as I mentioned earlier, all products used will be down in the description box. And if they're not in the description box, they're going to pop up right here in the video, but I'm just going to continue to rod those up. So I'm going to continue to rod the entire head. This did take a little bit of time because I had to sort through the human hair pieces, and as you can see, it's a whole lot of them. So I'm going to continue to rod those up, and then I'm going to dip it. I did dip it off camera because the braids are shorter and it's extremely hot water, and I wasn't trying to burn myself. So now I'm taking the rods down, and I will have to pull them apart because I did do about 3 braids at a time. And then I'm going to spray it down with some water. Now that the rods are out, I'm going to spray it down completely with water, and then I am going to comb through. I did use a wide tooth comb to comb through just to make sure I didn't ruin my braids. Then I'm going to cut it into the bob style. So once I cut it, I'm gonna go in with some Lotta Body mousse, and that is it as far as hair product. This is like the perfect summer bob. Let me know what you think about this look down below. Once again, thank you to Ywigs for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you beauties in the next one. Bye.
More than my security. The fact is I get lost just when you look at me. You act in ways that drives me crazy. It's things that you do, you show up and